Like under your covers, there's no one to covers that's pointing at they running for cover. The news ain't gon' cover, there's nothing to govern when each other to deal with each other for dealing to others, dealing with the facts, making wonder who gon' have my back when the storm thunder. He gon' take the cook it, make it, ain't no thinking twice. He don't never stutter, money in his sight, running to them numbers, that's the finish line. Right before he crosses blue and red lights, central book and covered. Something like his cousin, that's the way of life. Nothing's ever promised, but I got a
beautiful smile. Honestly, I forgot how. Since I put my boy in the... Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the bay in the town. Debating about who is the greatest, what you debating about. Yeah. I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. Hey, I swear that it's all assumption. Hey, hand out, they always want something.
Take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. They've got Tracy McGrady. Hardaway is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Ewing, and it's Howard in at the 4 spot. And for Milwaukee, they've got Bryant. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Mourning. Then it's Jordan, and it's Thurman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Bryant. Over in the corner, Porzingis. They get it back. Thurman. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously. Skying up and sending him back was his impressive vertical.
Shot clock at 2. And again, the Bucks miss.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Now Howard. After Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. Fade away, and the shot is long.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. The pass to Ewing. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard always one of the top offensive rebounders in the league.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Evan?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Here's Porzingis following the basket by Dwight Howard. Bucket is good. When you talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors, where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations, they are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Wade gets the bucket.
The mid-range jump shot has always been a staple of D-Wade's game.
Jordan against Wade. The drive by Jordan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Jordan. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better. Mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Walton's checked in for Mourning. Hill comes in for Porzingis. And it's Frazier in for Bryant. Both good from the line that time. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Jordan against Wade. Passes to Howard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
And just an amazing shot fake there from Howard, effectively bringing the defender off the ground and just going right into the contact.
Toronto shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
And both free throws good for Howard. Milwaukee is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Frazier scanning the floor. Dishes to Jordan. Can't hit that one. The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Wade passes to Nash. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. 5 to shoot. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Into the lineup for the Raptors. Rick Barry.
McGrady against Frazier. And stolen by Nash. Shoots over Frazier. The putback. Tie game in Milwaukee. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And here's Nash. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Jordan. Walton is out there with Hill. Then there's Frazier. And it's Thurman in at the 5, down low.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23, and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And it's Hill with the jam.
Yeah, one of the great in-game dunkers we have. Grant Hill, he might not put on a show with his dunks, but it doesn't make him any less impressive.
And that one's good. McGrady. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised at how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a 3-ball, because there are some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot it at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
And here are the Raptors now after the basket by Milwaukee. That's tipped.
You know, I'm not sure another player combines defense and offense as well as Thurman. The only reason he doesn't get more blocks is because so many guys are afraid to bring the ball anywhere near him.
Morning's checked in for Milwaukee. Bryant comes in for Michael Jordan. And then for Toronto, Ewing comes in for Dwight Howard. And Hardaway is subbed in for Tracy McGrady. Outside Hardaway, clock at 4. Toronto needs to get off a shot. And it's Nash missing.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
And Walton kicks to Frazier. Outside Hill. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Bucks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
2 shots.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Zinkis, he's checked in for Walton. Then for the Raptors, Wayne Wade's checked in for Barry, and Curry subbed in for Steve Nash. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Toronto Raptors. Wade kicks to Hardaway. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here's Frazier, and that one drops.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Bucks on top, leading by a point. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to half. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Toronto trailing. So for Toronto right now, Howard is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Ewing, and it's Hardaway in at the 1 spot. Now here's Howard. McGrady outside. Now Wade. Here's Howard. Tries yet again, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on for Zinkis.
And really, Howard is so adept at drawing contact, using those bruising shoulders and muscular frame to his advantage.
And that one falls for Howard. Both shots good from the stripe. And the Bucks with possession here. It's a 1-point game. Bryant with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Mourning, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Ewing. Goes back up. The shot's good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has a better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense. Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove. Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
McGrady. The rebound rebound by the Bucks.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Kobe, no luck. The Raptors have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Outside Jordan. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Nash. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Ewing, and Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Barry's checked in. That's good from Ewing. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Frazier against Nash. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Frazier.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Here's Barry. Pass to Howard. Wade outside. Here's Ewing. No good on that one. Mourning with some nice D.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better. That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Now here's Walton. He nails it, and we're tied up. Walton's got his first points of the game.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
From deep three-point range, off the mark. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Walton is out there with Mourning. And it's Hill. And there's Bryant. And it's Frazier in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Mourning. And Ewing sends it back. Down low. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a gifted passer.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Bucks trail by 3. Frazier outside. And the pass to Walton. Stolen by Ewing. Wade finds Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Wade against Bryant, and it goes down 2 points.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
That's coming up big in the clutch. Rising up and burying it.
Now here's Wade. Passes it to Ewing. Wade against Bryant. Shot clock at 5. Shoots it. Here's Howard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Howard just too strong inside. You've got to foul and get your money's worth.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. But you just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Yeah, and if you're going to give Brian a lane to the rim, then you deserve to get dunked on. You know how tenacious he is when penetrating inside.
Offensive rebound, a second chance effort. Here's Howard. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Howard's got 9 points here in the second half. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Jordan. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. No good with the elbow jumper. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Kobe against Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose. This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Snatched up. Morning. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Here's McGrady. No good on the triple.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Porzingis with the ball. Wade picks him up. Fires from 14. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And that's an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Shooting for Toronto, Dwayne Wade, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Timeout called the Bucks. They're down by 5. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
I need something to believe.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Kobe, the pass to Porzingis. Off target with his 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. At the line for the Raptors, Penny Hardaway. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him Pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Bryant dishes to Mourning. Beyond the arc. And the miss.
And that's what Howard is known for, that lockdown defense, which is truly suffocating.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us.
trifling. Real savage. I don't with that if she average. I got a bad name Ashley. Understand me? Brand new car, hop out the bed. I saw my wrist out of my protect. Brand new chain. I saw my neck got tired of the. Now caught me. I'm up on. I don't get rest. I'm catching these flights and chasing the check. Little baby.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Robertson, Reed out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cowings in at the center position. And for the Lakers, Chamberlain is out there at Malone. Then it's Jason Kidd. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's McAdoo in at the three. There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
a lot of them, though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play, and I'm fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
Three terrific names. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And just able to score in so many ways. Robertson puts the defense there in an impossible situation.
This is his first trip to the line tonight, and he can't hit the second.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Now here's Kidd. 5 on the clock. Thompson with the bucket.
You see the high shot release, the quick trigger? Thompson's always had this shot in his arsenal.
Robertson passes to Cowan. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Offline with his three. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
No good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
That's tipped. Here's Thompson. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's Leonard. Fires the three. The rebound by Wilt Chamberlain.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Reed. Here's Antetokounmpo. Robertson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Kidd passes to Malone. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
Tie game in Los Angeles. Let's take... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
They've got Pau Gasol. Iverson is out there with West. Then it's Richmond. And it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
The shot by KD, no good. Here's Iverson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of will his way to the rim.
Here's White. Embiid trying to break loose. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from White.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Iverson outside. And they double up Iverson. The pass to Richmond. Pass to West. Iverson outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's KD. And again, the Clippers good for 2. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
And no good that time. And it's the Lakers the other way.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot from the top of the key. Again, the miss by KD.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Good work there as it goes. Gilmore's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Durant launches from deep, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you could tell.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, Antetokounmpo is out there with Reed. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Robertson. And it's Cowens in at the center, filling out the middle.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the dunk by Reed.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Back to Kidd. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Chamberlain, the pass to Malone. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Leonard, that's for 2. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Thompson outside. Here's Malone, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Leonard hits them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Robertson against Kidd. Pass to Malone. Over Collins. Malone missing again.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Kidd. It's rebounded by Robertson.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Malone in the post. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. And once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
The shot by Collins, no good. Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. McAdoo misses. Giannis outside. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Thompson. Chamberlain is out there with Moses Malone. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's McAdoo in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Durant took a lot of heat for his move to the Warriors in 2016, but it doesn't look like he's regretted it one bit.
Kidd passes to McAdoo. Back to Kidd. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Malone. Reed with the steal. Here's White. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Kidd against Irving. To the paint. Here's Malone. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. And the Lakers lead by 2. Pass to Reed. On the wing, Irving. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Good D by Thompson. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Clippers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Here's Kidd. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Outside Kidd. To the middle. Here's Malone. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. White finds KD. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Outside Kidd. With the teardrop. The putback. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Durant for 3. That shot off. Shot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Here's McAdoo.
Oh! Timeout. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 2. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team.
Timeout.
This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Timeout called the Lakers. The score is tied at 24. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's the Lakers now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here is Kidd. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Thompson for 3. Can't knock in the 3.
I mean, that's his pump fake. I mean, it works for almost anybody, but his is just great. For a shooter like Thompson, I mean, it's doubly effective.
And the second free throw drops, and it's a 2-point ball game. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it, and a contested 3, never an easy shot.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Timeout called the Lakers. They're up by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First personal foul. At the line for your Lakers, Jason Kidd.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And kid, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
All right, dude. All right, dude. My boy, my boy, my boy. Don't love me like he promised. My boy, my boy, my boy. He ain't a man and sure is plain honest. He only told me yours and then you got to be mine if you want it good, girl, and goodbye. My
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thought I would be right here though.